Another GTO. We stepped up a year to the 66, which has the trim that goes all the way around the grill. 67, they abbreviated it right there. They removed the eyebrows from the tail lamps. This one's a bit more loaded than the neighbor. Power brakes, power steering, another 389 3.2 barrel, except for that post coupe. They're all the big high horsepower motor. Beautifully done. Clutch fan, convertible top, red with a white interior, deluxe seat belts, wood grain on the dash, wood steering wheel. Not really wood, but almost wood. Deluxe seat belts. This car looks like brand spanking new with the red lines and the Rally 1 wheels. Where's that Posse sticker? Gotta have that metal tag. What a restoration, huh? Just like it was brand new back in the day that it was off the showroom floor. What a paint job. What a beauty.
They don't want them cars moving around.
Important, use only premium or super premium fuel for this car, and don't let your kids drive it.
Don't let your kids drive it.
That's what they're trying to say. Loaded with options. 4-barrel. 4-speed manual, 3.2 barrels, power antenna, radio, push button, lamp, outside line, remote control, a mirror, outside remote control mirror, custom seat belts, fan, heavy duty, positive crankcase, ventilation, blah, 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 blah.
It's about as straight as it was from the factory.
What a beauty. GTO. Got a customer missing over here. We don't know where it went. Off to the 1967. The tri-power was dead except in the Corvette. You could have had a 360 horsepower HO, and I saw one of these in San Diego back in 1979. 360 horsepower instead of 350, an extra 10 horsepower, so was the rating, but it was a lot more than that. Clutch fan, Rochester Quadrajet. This one's been lightly modified. It's also got, I think it's got an awful long dipstick. Has this got a 200 4R? It's got the Hearst dual gate, but they might have cheated here and put an overdrive in. Let's take a little look here. Yeah, that ain't no turbo 400. 400 has a governor on the side, modulator valve rather, and the 350 has it in the back. So this is probably a 200. Kind of hard to see the pan. You watching this, Spike Punk? What oil pan is that? That is a 700 oil pan, I think. I think I recognize it from my Suburban. I think that's a 700 oil pan. I'm getting rusty in my old age. Except for the 700 transmission, which is a Chevy transmission. This has got an adapter plate. Yep! An adapter plate to put a Chevy transmission on a Pontiac. What do you think? I'm having trouble seeing back there. I think I see the hump of the Chevy bell housing pattern. Yep. Lower first gear instead of a 245 first gear. It's got a 308 first gear in the transmission and a 0.67 overdrive. So you got a deeper first gear for more acceleration. And who knows what kind of differential it has for gears. I don't know. It's got a posi. But the overdrive knocks your RPM down from 410s. Let's say if you had a 410 rear axle ratio, you couldn't drive this thing on the street. 70 miles an hour was top end, 70, 80 miles an hour. She'd be screaming with 410s or 411s. But if you drop the RPM 33%, you're down at 279. Nothing beats a 700 R4 or a 200 4R. Just disguise it a little bit. Throw it in your Pontiac. Put a cable-operated throttle valve, and that's what might be sticking on mine. I wonder why my transmission doesn't shift. There it is. There's a special bracket installed to put a throttle valve control cable, and I hope that's what's wrong with mine. Seem to be working, but ain't shifting. Moving along, 1969 GTO. It's got headrests. It's a ram air engine, cold air induction. Look at the beautiful gloss paint under this hood. Looks like the high performance tuned exhaust manifold. It's got tower clamps. 4-speed manual, correct heater hoses. Or something. 4-speed Hurst shift 8-track GTO. 1968 had the wing windows. Last year was 68. Last year was 67 on some of the cars. Parchment interior, but the headrests look like 69. Could be a little upgrade. Positive traction. Dual exhaust. Trumpet pipes. 1968 GTO. Hurst safety wheels. Wood grain dash, tack and gauges. Yeah, amazing car. And the Beach Boys are playing on the 8-track. Power steering, power brakes. They were getting fat and heavy. They were still quite the thing on the drag strip. Then Mustang put the 428 Cobra Jet. That one right there, Tasca Ford. And there was a lot of competition. They had to change their ways a bit. Get a little bit more luxurious, add some luxury. 1968 GTO, there we go. 68 GTO, no headrests. No console, bucket seats with a floor shift. Plain Jane, rear speaker, AM radio. Two-tone, white top. Bought brand new one owner car. Power steering again, but no power brakes. Why didn't they pop for the power brakes? Why just the power steering? Delco R59 Energizer. Vacuum operated hideaways. You could have had a hideaway option delete if you so required or so requested. Hideaway delete came with a steel chrome bumper off the Le Mans Tempest, I think. One owner car. Can I ask you a question? Your car?
Absolutely, yes sir.
Why didn't you order power brakes? Why just power steering?
I didn't order it.
Oh, we bought it off the lot.
Well, it's kind of that way. I worked at the dealership at the time. And the sales manager ordered it, and I think his idea was the same way with the painted top versus the power brakes.
You saw that very often in the West, the painted top, no vinyl top.
And I think his idea was sticker appeal versus sticker shock.
Cheapy.
You know,
but he got the power steering.
Yes. Get the power steering and the HO motor. We figured a guy that wants to go fast wants that stuff.
So it's got the HO motor, but no console.
Yeah. Yep.
Parchment interior, and it has the HO motor, which means it has the streamlined exhaust manifolds.
Oh yeah. You bet.
How many miles are on this car?
83, I think.
83,000. You bought it brand new. And how many of those were quarter mile at a time with 5,000 RPM launches?
Well, a couple here and there.
I know all about it. I had a 70 GTO.
I never abused it too hard, but it got opened up. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, well, too bad we can't go for a ride from her right now and see what she'll do. So it's a 400, which the first year was 67. Now the standard was 350 horse, the optional was 360.
That's what this is, yeah.
So same as the 67, because back in San Diego in 1979, there was a 67 GTO convertible. Bucket seats, column shift, triple white convertible with the window sticker. This is back in 79, the car was 12 years old, and the window sticker was in the window or something, and it said 360 HO engine.
Yeah.
And I said, Dad, I'm ready. He said, no, you're 19. We'll go find something with a 283 or something. Then the neighbor had a 429 Ford Grand Marquis or something. I didn't get that either.
Yeah. It's like Jay Leno bought a new, said he ever hear a story, Jay Leno totally bought a new Ford, and he said, I want the big motor.
Well, I read that article too, and the salesman did it behind Dad's back. Yeah, the 428, the 7-liter, a 7-point something liter.
And then
gauges, tachometer.
You got me into a damn rocket ship.
I read that one too. That was good. This is very interesting. The white top. You've got the correct lug nuts. The wheels. Oh, this is a beautiful car. What color is this? Is it gray?
Nightshade green.
Nightshade green. Wow, you hardly see any green in it.
Well, under the right light, you will.
Large tailpipes. You've got some kind of dyno man.
Larger than it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but it looks real good. Proper clamps with a factory bracket with a proper angle baloney cut. You've done a good job.
Thank you, sir.
Because when you modify things, it's really hard to get it not to look too unstock.
Yes, you have to.
Nightshade green.
I still got the original window sticker.
The original window sticker. The following options are to paint two-tone standard, $40. 400 HO 4-barrel engine, $76.88. 4-speed manual transmission. Safety track, positive traction differential. Radio push button. Speaker rear. Headlamp retractable. That was an option.
Thank
Cluster,
you.
tachometer, rally gauges. Wheels, rally 2. Power steering. Wonder touch. Brakes, disc brakes, front, glass, soft gray, windshield only, lamp under hood. That is fantastic, and you bought it. I often wonder if I was old enough to buy these back in the day, what would I have bought? I don't know. You can only wonder.
Yes.
I like the white top. That is
Well, that makes the other color work. I've seen these color, a car this color with a black convertible top.
Doesn't work. Now, vinyl top cars would have had this molding. Was it the
same exact molding?
Same molding.
Yep.
Because I do Corvairs, and they've got a two-tone option, and they have a special little piece of metal, and it's quite hard to find, because how many two-tone cars did they make back by 1968?
Yeah.
2 tones, 3 tones were going out of style. 4-speed manual Hearst, Wonder Touch, energy-absorbing power steering. It's a very early car, lots of zeros there. Could have been an early production.
It was built January of '68.
Beautiful car.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You bet. Take care. Have a good day.